On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Kitten.
A young cat.
Examples:
Kitten formula. Newborn kitten. The kitten's fur was so fluffy that it looked like it was always moving.
Fumble.
To handle something awkwardly, to make mistakes or errors in attempting something.
Examples:
Fumble about in a bag. Fumble a grounder. The receiver fumbled the ball, and the other team recovered it.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples:
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Devastating.
Causing a great deal of destruction or damage.
Examples:
Have devastating effects. Treat this devastating disease. This typhoon was the most devastating in years.
Mortal.
Subject to death, unrelenting and deadly.
Examples:
A mortal combat. This mortal life. All humans are mortal and will eventually die.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
A pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Conflicting.
Incompatible or inconsistent with something else, in disagreement.
Examples:
A lot of conflicting information. Make conflicting allegations. The witness's testimony was conflicting with the evidence found at the scene.
Urge.
To spur on or encourage someone, especially by cheers and shouts. Noun, a strong desire or impulse, especially one that is difficult to control or resist.
Examples:
Urge a total ban. A sexual urge. The lobbyist urged Congress not to approve the measure.
Squeeze.
To apply pressure from two or more sides, to hold someone or something tightly in your arms, usually with fondness.
Examples:
Squeeze a lemon. Squeeze a confession. She squeezed the toothpaste tube from the middle to get the last bit out.
Smashing.
Very successful or impressive, causing something to be broken or destroyed.
Examples:
A smashing blow. Give smashing results. The band's new album was a smashing success, reaching the top of the charts.
Appall.
To shock or disgust, to fill with dismay.
Examples:
appall the tourists. Appall me. The news of the massacre appalled the entire nation.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Aggression.
The act of attacking or assaulting, hostile or violent behavior.
Examples:
Aggression by a hostile country. Naked aggression. The dog's aggression made it difficult for its owners to take it for a walk.
Surprisingly.
In a way that causes amazement or wonder.
Examples:
Surprisingly advanced culture. Have surprisingly little effect. The exam was surprisingly tricky for everyone.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Peculiar.
Odd and uncommon, sometimes in an unpleasant way.
Examples:
Peculiar way. Peculiar people. The juice has a peculiar taste.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Plump.
Rounded and full, especially in a pleasing way, pleasantly fat.
Examples:
Get plump. Plump little pig. The baker added butter to the dough to make the rolls plump and soft.
Cheek.
Either side of the face below the eye and between the nose and the jaw.
Examples:
Cheekbone. Hollowed out cheek. He gently touched her apple-red cheek and whispered that he loved her.
Limb.
An arm and leg of a person or animal.
Examples:
A prosthetic limb. Limb amputation. You should wrap the bandage carefully and firmly around the injured limb.
Characteristic.
A typical feature or quality that can identify, tell apart, or describe something or somebody.
Examples.
Stripes characteristic of the zebra. My friend's characteristic laugh. Bananas have their characteristic taste and odor.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples.
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples.
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples.
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples.
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Pinpoint.
To locate or identify the exact position in space or time of something.
Examples.
Pinpoint the problem. Pinpoint signs of manipulation. This radar quickly pinpoints the position of the enemy.
Stimulate.
To encourage something to develop or become more active, to stir the feelings or emotions.
Examples.
Stimulate the economy. Stimulate the nervous system. The book stimulated my imagination.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples.
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples.
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Reward.
A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples.
The reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Cute.
Attractive, especially in a childlike or youthful way.
Examples:
Act cute. Super cute dress. The baby's chubby cheeks and big eyes made her look so cute.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Precise.
Sharply exact or accurate or delimited.
Examples:
Precise analyses. Estimate precise costs. The content is precise and informative for me.
Beforehand.
Ahead of time, in advance.
Examples:
Take a seat beforehand. 3 months beforehand. She packed her sunscreen beforehand to remember it on the beach trip.
Recycle.
To sort and collect things to process them and produce valuable materials that can be used again.
Examples:
Recycle the cardboard boxes. Recycle milk packaging into new paper. We largely recycle the circuit board of cell phones because they contain a lot of valuable metals.
Bin.
A container, usually that has a lid and used for waste.
Examples:
A waste bin. Mail bin. You can open the overhead bin after landing.
Hijack.
To seize control of an airplane or other vehicle during an operation, especially with violence.
Examples:
Hijack a helicopter. Hijack a phone number. He made a desperate effort to hijack an airliner.
Advertise.
To draw attention to something such as a product, service, or event in public, to encourage people to buy, use, or attend it.
Examples:
Advertise the campaign. Advertise on social media. We want to advertise our company through your media.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Helpless.
Unable to take care of oneself or to do things without help.
Examples:
Helpless baby. Helpless victims. I feel so helpless without you.
Hypothesize.
To form or present a theory or explanation without sufficient evidence, to speculate.
Examples.
Hypothesize as to outcomes. Hypothesize what could have happened. Scientists hypothesize that the new fish species evolved to survive in deep-sea environments.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples.
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Infant.
A baby or very young child.
Examples.
Infant daughter. Infant food. Mozart was an infant prodigy.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples.
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples.
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Acute.
Extremely sharp or severe.
Examples.
Acute pain. Acute triangle. The patient died from acute alcohol intoxication.
Sensitive.
Able to notice slight changes, signals, or influences. Able to feel or perceive others' feelings. Susceptible to the things people say or do.
Examples.
Sensitive documents. Baby with sensitive skin. The teacher is very sensitive to children's feelings.
Tune.
A musical composition or set of musical notes that are played or sung. Verb, to adjust or set something to a specific condition or standard.
Examples.
The tune of a song. Tune a piano. The band played a beautiful tune on their instruments.
Domesticate.
To take control of animals or plants to provide food, power, or company.
Examples.
Easy to domesticate. Domesticate the plant. We domesticate cows to gain milk and meat.
Syndrome.
A group of signs and symptoms that occur together and are characteristic of a particular condition or disorder.
Examples.
Syndrome of dementia. Acute syndrome. The patient was diagnosed with a rare genetic syndrome.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples:
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Juvenile.
Relating to or characteristic of youth or young people, immature.
Examples:
Exhibit juvenile behavior. Juvenile justice. The detective suspected that the vandalism was the work of juvenile delinquents.
Docile.
Easily controlled or managed, or willing to be led or instructed.
Examples:
Seemingly docile animal. A docile patient. The docile dog followed its owner's commands.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Embryonic.
Of or relating to an embryo, equals an animal organism in the early stages of growth, in an early stage of development.
Examples:
Embryonic stem cells. Embryonic development. The project is still in its embryonic stage.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Neural.
Of or relating to a nerve or the nervous system that includes the brain.
Examples:
Neural stem cells. Neural networks in AI. There was a disturbance of neural function.
Crest.
A peak or ridge, especially on a mountain or wave, a decorative tuft or topknot.
Examples:
Crest length. A large textile crest. The surfer rode the crest of the wave to the shore.
Embryo.
An animal organism in the early stages of growth, either in its mother's womb or in an egg, or a plant that is developing in a seed.
Examples:
Destruction of human embryos. Embryo cloning. Our latest project is still at the embryo stage.
Differentiate.
To recognize or establish as being distinct, to distinguish between things that are compared, to calculate a derivative.
Examples:
Differentiate between fact and fiction. Differentiate a function. The teacher asked the students to differentiate between the two similar species of birds.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Inhibit.
To prevent something, such as an action, process, etc., from happening or make it less likely to happen than normal.
Examples:
Inhibit desires. Inhibit tumor growth. Excessive parental interference may inhibit children's eagerness to learn.
Arrival.
The act or situation of coming or being brought to a place, accomplishment of an objective.
Examples:
Arrival and departure gate. Arrival at a conclusion. Weather forecasters are predicting the arrival of a heat wave.
Underdeveloped.
Not fully developed or mature, lacking in progress or advancement.
Examples:
An underdeveloped child. Remain underdeveloped. Many people in underdeveloped countries need clean water or proper healthcare access.
Pituitary.
A small, pea-sized gland located at the base of the brain that influences the growth and sexual development of the body by producing hormones.
Examples:
Pituitary hormone. Anterior pituitary. The pituitary gland is responsible for releasing hormones that regulate growth and metabolism.
Adrenal.
Relating to two glands situated above the kidneys, called the adrenal gland.
Examples:
Adrenal gland. Adrenal cortex. The doctor ordered tests to check the patient's adrenal function.
Gland.
A group of cells in an animal's body that produce substances needed by the body and release them through ducts or directly into the bloodstream.
Examples:
The function of the thyroid gland. A mammary gland. The adrenal glands produce steroids.
Govern.
To legally control and direct a country, city, group of people, etc., and be responsible for introducing new laws, organizing and maintaining public services.
Examples:
A nation's right to govern. Govern a public enterprise. The regulations governing medical malpractice claims are rigorous.
Floppy.
Not stiff or firm, hanging loosely.
Examples:
Floppy infant. Floppy hat. The puppy's ears were still too long and floppy for its head.
Snout.
The nose and mouth of an animal, especially when protruding or prominently featured.
Examples:
Dig with the snout. Short snouts. The pig's snout was wet and covered in mud.
Jaw.
Either of the two bones at the bottom of the face that moves when you open your mouth. Verb, talk socially without exchanging too much information.
Examples:
Snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Jaw muscle. He dropped his jaw at the unexpected sight.
Trait.
A particular feature of your nature.
Examples:
Chemical trait. Personality traits. Multiple genes may influence behavioral traits concurrently.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Cooperative.
Involving doing something jointly or working with others to achieve a common goal.
Examples:
Cooperative savings. Fishing cooperative. We appreciate your cooperative efforts.
Distinguish.
To notice or understand the difference between two people or things.
Examples:
Distinguish these two things. Distinguish man from the other animals. This study distinguished 4 different ways to run a business.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Cousin.
The child of your aunt or uncle.
Examples:
Cross-cousin marriage. Cousin's family. I used to play with my younger male cousins when I was a little girl.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Subtle.
Not readily apparent or visible.
Examples:
Subtle changes. A subtle poison. The room was painted in a subtle pink hue.
Brow.
The ridge over the eye sockets, the forehead.
Examples:
The brow of a hill. Furrowed brow. She wiped the sweat from her brow after finishing the marathon.
Ridge.
A long, narrow, raised landform or rock formation.
Examples:
Top of the ridge. The ridge of the nose. The mountain range was full of rocky ridges and deep valleys.
Intention.
Something you want to do and are going to do.
Examples:
Intention behind his decision. Clear intention. Our CEO's intentions are always transparent and straightforward.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Overload.
To put too much a load in or on something.
Examples:
Overload the circulatory system. Overload a muscle. Be careful not to overload the laundry machine.
Elicit.
To obtain information or a reaction from someone, usually with difficulty.
Examples:
Elicit a confession. Elicit a solution. Have you elicited a response from them yet?
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Aggressive.
Behaving in an angry, energetic, or threatening way towards another person, tending to spread quickly.
Examples:
An aggressive war. An aggressive tumor. An aggressive tide wrecked the ship.
Discordant.
Not in agreement or harmony, conflicting.
Examples:
Loud discordant voice. Discordant growth. The discordant music made it hard for the audience to enjoy the concert.
Brake.
A device used to slow or stop a moving vehicle, typically by applying pressure to the wheels.
Examples:
Apply the brake. Brake pedal. The results of that election put a brake on political reform.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Frivolous.
Not serious or sensible, silly or unimportant.
Examples:
Frivolous lawsuits. Engage in frivolous conversation. He was accused of being frivolous and not taking his responsibilities seriously.
Innocent.
Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge.
Examples:
An innocent child. Thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime.
Wield.
To possess and exercise power, authority, etc.
Examples:
Wield her authority. Wield a bad influence. They wielded enormous power and influence.
Immense.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Immense amount. Immense pressure. He left his wife an immense fortune.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.